Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Kim.
This is Andy.
We're going to read from the Urantia book. But first, we've got
Light the Flame.
by Andrew Harvey.
Andrew Harvey. And today, a piece written by St. Francis of Assisi. Song of the Sun. Glory in you, my Lord.
Glory to you.
Glory to you, my Lord. For those who forgive for love of you and bear sickness and ordeals, happy are those who bear them in peace, for they will be crowned by you, Most High Lord. Song of the Sun.
St. Francis of Assisi.
Mhm. I forgot to get my glasses. They're on the chessboard. Can you get those?
Yeah, I will.
Today's reading from the Urantia book concerns the 7 supreme spirit groups.
Yep, paper 17, the 7 supreme spirit groups. And we're on section 1, the 7 supreme executives. So these are really they're classified as children of the Trinity, the Paradise Trinity. They're triune spirits. Okay. All right. The executive headquarters of the master spirits occupy the 7 paradise satellites of the infinite spirit. Okay? Right? They orbit around paradise, which swing around the central aisle between the shining spheres of the eternal sun and the innermost Havona circuit. These executive spheres are under the direction of the supreme executives, a group of 7 who were trinitized by the Father, Son, and Spirit in accordance with the specifications of the 7 master spirits for beings of a type that could function as their universal representatives. The master spirits maintain contact with the various divisions of the super-universe governments through these supreme executives. So the master spirits talk with the supreme executives, and they maintain contact through them, right?
Right.
Yeah. It is they who very largely determine the basic constitutive trends of the 7 super universes. They are uniformly and divinely perfect, but they also possess diversity of personality. Let's go like a little bit. Okay. They have no presiding head. Each time they meet together, they choose one of their number to preside over that joint council. Periodically, they journey to paradise to sit in council with the 7 master spirits. Okay. Now remember, the 7th master spirit is kind of the head guy among the master spirits. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But now these supreme executives, they kind of take turns over who's going to be the spokesperson or the, okay, which is fine. Different, I don't know. Yeah, okay. 7 supreme executives function as the administrative coordinators of the grand universe. They might be termed the board of managing directors of the post-Havona creation. Board of managing directors. They are not concerned with the internal affairs of paradise, and they direct their limited spheres of Havona activity through the 7 spirits of the circuits, which is another group of beings that we're going to talk about here too. The 7 spirits of the circuits. Okay, so they are not concerned with the internal affairs of paradise, but they are somewhat concerned with Havona, because they direct their limited spheres of Havona activity through these 7 circuits of paradise. Okay, of Havona, sorry. Otherwise, there are few limits to the scope of their supervision. They engage in the direction of things physical, intellectual, and spiritual. They see all, hear all, feel all, even know all that transpires in the seven super universes and in Havona.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
so these are very big, powerful, dynamic beings. Supreme executives do not originate, nor do they modify universe procedures. They are concerned with the execution of the plans of divinity promulgated by the seven master spirits. Neither do they interfere with the rule of the Ancients of Days in the super universes, nor with the sovereignty of the Creator Sons in the local universes. They are the coordinating executives whose function it is to carry out the combined policies of all duty constituted rulers in the grand universe. So they carry out policy. The Ancients of Days, of course, are like judges. They're like three of them on each headquarters of each super universe. So there's 21 of them total.
21 Ancients of Days.
Yeah. I always associate them because it's like there's this group of beings that have to do with time, the Ancients of Days, Eternals of Days, the Recents of Days, So I thought, well, that has to do with time. So I'm thinking about history, and I'm thinking about, the book, the Akashic records. So I think maybe they somehow keep administered through the Akashic records. But of course, I don't know. But that's just what I associate it with.
Yeah.
Okay, because they seem to be associated with time, right? So the Ancients of Days are actually the first beings to experience time or something like that, as like a real thing or something. Okay, all right. Okay. Right. They carry out the combined policies of all duly constituted rulers in the grand universe. Each of the executives and the facilities of his sphere are devoted to the efficient administration of a single super universe. Supreme Executive number 1, functioning on executive sphere number 1, is wholly occupied with the affairs of super universe number 1, and so on to the Supreme Executive number 7, working from the 7th paradise satellite of the spirit. Oh no, they work from the 7th satellite of the spirit. I think they go back and forth. Okay. Okay. So the satellite number 1, okay, functioning on executive sphere number 1, because those are the spheres of the spirit. So there's the outermost circuit orbit around paradise. Okay, is wholly occupied with affairs of super universe number 1, and so on to Supreme Executive number 7, working from the 7th paradise satellite of the spirit and devoting his energies to the management of the 7th super universe. The name of this 7th sphere is Orvanton, for the paradise satellites of the spirit have the same names as their related super universes. In fact, the super universes were named after them.
Oh. That makes sense.
Okay, you go.
What did you leave off?
Number 6.
On the executive sphere of the 7th super universe, the staff engaged in keeping straight the affairs of Orvanton runs into numbers beyond human comprehension and embraces practically every order of celestial intelligence. All super-universe services of personality dispatch, except inspired Trinity spirits and thought adjusters, pass through one of the seven executive worlds on the universe journeys to and from paradise. And here are maintained the central registries for all personalities created by the third source and center who function in the super universes. A system of material, morantial, and spiritual records on one of these executive worlds of the spirit amazes even a being of my order. Wow. The immediate subordinates of the supreme executives consist for the greater part of the trinitized sons of paradise, Arona personalities, and of the trinitized offspring of the glorified mortal graduates from the age-long training of the ascendant scheme of time and space.
Okay, let me look at that once. Okay, so these consist of the immediate subordinates include the personalities and the trinitized offspring of the glorified mortal graduates. So the offspring, trinitized offspring of mortal graduates. Mortal graduates, that's us. So when we're in heaven, we can have trinitized offspring.
Wow.
So that means that we can, but it's not, reproduction like we know it's sexual, or anything. But it's like we can have an idea of something that's good, something that's going to benefit. And the spirit of that thing that we're creating is our child. Okay? All right?
All right.
Okay. So, and then if this child survives and they see all three branches of the deity, the Holy Trinity, right? If they see that child that we create there in heaven and see that it's something that they want to, that's good for them to use, to work with, and then the Trinity can kind of adopt that child formally and trinitize it. So it's not just from us, it's part of the whole Trinity. See what I mean? So that's really kind of,
It's hard to imagine we would have an idea as a child that becomes trinitized that wasn't already thought of by all these celestial beings.
I know, but see, that's just, but they know these things, but we're realizing these things as we go forward. We realize this, and the fact that they're still giving us this freedom and encouraging us to create. Not everything's created. See what I mean? Because they made this empty space for us to choose to create. See, isn't that amazing?
It is.
So that's how deep this love goes, right? Okay, I just had to point that out.
These trinitized sons are designated for service with the supreme executives by the chief of the Supreme Council of the Paradise Corps of the Finality. Each supreme executive has two advisory cabinets, the children of the infinite spirit on the headquarters of each superuniverse choose representatives from these ranks to serve for 1 millennium in the primary advisory cabinet of their supreme executive. In all matters affecting the ascending mortals of time, that would be me.
Yeah.
There is a secondary cabinet consisting of mortals of paradise attainment and of the trinitized sons of glorified mortals. This body is chosen by the perfecting and ascending beings who transiently dwell on the seven superuniverse headquarters. All other chiefs of affairs are appointed by the supreme executives.
Okay.
From time to time, great conclaves take place on the paradise satellites of the spirit. Trinitized sons assigned to these worlds, together with the ascenders who have attained paradise, assemble with the spirit personalities of the third source and center in the reunions of the struggles and triumphs of the ascendant career. The supreme executives always preside over such fraternal gatherings. Once in each paradise millennium, the seven supreme executives vacate their seats of authority and go to paradise, where they hold their millennial conclave of universal greeting and well-wishing to the intelligent hosts of creation. This eventful occasion takes place in the immediate presence of Magistan, the chief of all reflective spirit groups, and they are thus able to communicate simultaneously with all their associates in the grand universe through the unique functioning of universal reflectivity.
Okay, so that's kind of they've got so all this great conclave, these big meetings. It's kind of like on Zoom, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a internet
Like that.
meeting, and it's because these beings function as universal reflective spirits, and Magiston is there to ensure the correct that it's all kind of it's like live, right? Because it's reflected
Mm-hmm.
out throughout all the yeah. Isn't that awesome?
It is. Every 1,000 years. Wow.
Every paradise millennium. Now paradise
Paradise
millennium
millennium.
is more than an Earth millennium here,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, but time is different for them
Mm-hmm.
there. So it's just so like
Wow.
wow, I know. It's like
Amazing.
I want to go to one of these parties, Andy. Will you take me?
Sure.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. All right.
Okay. Meanwhile, it's September already.
It is September, so we hope you have a marvelous day and an even better month. Okay?
Yes.
Back to
Yes.
school for the young ones. All right?
All right. Have a great day.
Okay. Thank you for being with us. Bye.
Bye.